Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your weekly guidance from Spirit. Today we are going to draw 3 cards, 3 runes and 3 charms. I'm seeing 2 already coming through to guide you in, and we're asking Spirit for guidance, advice. What is the message, the detailed message, the information that you need to know right now, and what do they want to tell you about for the coming week in your world? So reading number 1, you have the Shapeshifter. This is your card. Reading number 2, you have Agape. And reading number 3, you have the Mountain. Okay, and I'm going to draw a rune and a charm for these readings as well, for anyone that likes to have that extra information. The timestamps are in the information box for you, and the comments too, if you already know which reading or readings are speaking to you. Okay, 3 charms definitely coming through already. Right. Oh, how interesting. Look at this, Super Souls. We have 2 anchors. So reading number 1, you have the Tree of Life. Okay. Reading number 2, you have an anchor. And reading number 3, you also have an anchor. How interesting. Okay. I don't think I have done a reading where we have had this come through in this way. 2 charms the same. Okay, Super Souls, let's draw runes. Reading 1, you have the rune of the Spiritual Warrior. Reading 2, you have the rune of Hagelas, Disruption. And reading 3, you have the rune of Signs. Signs, signals, synchronicities. Okay. I will leave the video running for just a few moments for anyone that needs a little bit more time, and I will see you in the readings. So we are going to just be checking in on a detailed message, anything that's needed right now, and then information for the next 7 days, the next week ahead. Super Souls, tons and tons of love, and I'll see you in the readings. Welcome, beautiful reading number 1, people. So we have the Shapeshifter card and the rune of the Warrior, which is really about discernment, and the Tree of Life. This is an interesting collaboration. I feel like you're needing to be strong in something. Let's draw more cards before we say any more about this. I think we will draw several oracle cards before we, and then I have several tarot packs here as well. Very intrigued by this, actually, your reading. I really am. I think we will take 2 from this pack. Okay, let us look at these first. In fact, actually, I'm going to draw from the Gaia tarot as well. I kind of have a feeling that there is the energy of somebody involved around you in terms of the message that is coming through for you. What do we have here? We have the Sage. Yes, we have the Sage with the owl and the Staff of Illumination here. Let's place that card just down here. What is it that you need to be seeing with clarity? Okay, you have Medicine Mask. I'm just going to place this here, actually. Medicine Mask. You have the card Fearless. You have Ghostlands. You have Magic Stream. Let's put these, just continue down here. I think we'll just continue. Ghostlands, Magic Stream and Poppy. This is a dream card. This is Neptune and Saturn. Let me hold that up to the camera. And what do we see? A little crescent moon here. Okay. This is very, very interesting. The Shapeshifter card is interesting. I feel like the message coming through for you very, very strongly is that you may be being presented with some information from somebody that is not entirely as it is. Like they wear a bit of a mask. They're very bold and they are very fearless. And I think they kind of know that you see through them, okay? I'm kind of sorry that to feel that you have this energy of them around you. I also, though, rather magically feel that you are very able to handle this, okay? Reading number 1. It's a really interesting energy. You're very able to see this. This is, you can see through the mask. You can see through they're quite bold at what they do. But what they do kind of behind the scenes is not so nice. And you know that. You know that. I think you've been there. This is not the first time that this has happened. It may be that somebody is kind of sort of ghosting you, but, you know, ghosting you by talking about you behind your back. They're doing stuff behind the scenes. They're not giving you the bigger picture. They wear a mask. In a way, there is quite an emptiness. They recognize your authenticity, I think in part because they lack their own. They're quite bold. And you're kind of, I think you're aware of it, okay? So there's something going on around you that you're needing to hold your own vision, hold your own clarity. That is a very clear message coming through for you this week, reading number 1, that there is somebody who is not quite, you know, that they are not quite who they say they are. Moon Magic Super Souls, do, if you need to, check out additional readings in my Timeless Readings playlist, and I'll put the link in the information box and in the comments for phone users, because I post not just these readings every Sunday for weekly guidance, here and now, detailed messages. I also do post lots of pick a card readings that answer specific questions, such as, can I trust this person? You know, how is this situation going to pan out? As well as immediate guidance, lots of readings for very and immediate guidance. So do use that playlist as a resource, or just go to the homepage of the Moon Magic channel, click on the videos and scroll down through. You will find lots of videos that answer very specific questions. They may be helpful to you. You have an inner strength here. Let us draw some more cards here. I have several tarot packs here. Let's have a look at your tarot cards and see what we're being shown, really kind of what's the immediate message, and then we'll draw more cards to look at the 7 days incoming, the week ahead, with additional advice and guidance potentially to assist you with this. Okay, so we start with the 8 of Swords. Okay, we then have the Princess of Swords. Ah, this is you with your sword of discernment. I'm loving this. This is great. Okay. We then have the Moon, which can sometimes indicate illusion, but this is actually really interesting. I think I think you really know through and through what's going on. And then we have the 5 of Wands. For me, this card, particularly in this pack, it really does symbolize, it's a bit like you're going to come through this. The wheel is going to turn. This boldness that this person presents, yeah, Queen of Discs. Oh, this is super good. Queen of Discs and 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Okay, so you are going to sail through this, okay, by just remaining, you're on top of it, you can see it. I'm really kind of sorry, but it's happening. What we've got with the Moon card is, I do think that you have the capacity, and it's certainly being shown here as well. Spirit is really saying to you, look, this person who is lacking in authenticity, they're kind of wearing a mask, they shape shift, they tell one thing to one person, one story to one person, one story to another. I think you really see through it. And sometimes I think it is quite emotionally difficult for you, which is fair comment, because why wouldn't it be? It's never nice to know that you're dealing with somebody who lacks integrity and lacks authenticity. You know, it's a real shame. But I think you're very aware of also the kind of like the deeper, perhaps psychological issues that drive this kind of stuff. It's not your responsibility to delve into it. It's not your responsibility to have to go there. It's not your responsibility to fix this person. That is not for you to have to do. But what you can do is hold that awareness in a way that allows you to remain really clear and firm, because this person can, because they are, or it could even be a group of people, but this scenario, the detailed message is, look, that there is somebody around you. Certainly there's like a ringleader. If it's a group of people, there's a ringleader, but I think and for some of you it is just a person. But there is a need to be really clear-cut about this without diving into the emotionality, because these kinds of people, they project, they spill over, the stuff that they are voicing, you know, the different things that they voice that are not always very nice. They're usually describing themselves. You know, when people talk behind people's backs and they say stuff that isn't nice, 9 times out of 10, 99.999% of the time, what they're saying is not true, and it's also, if it's not very nice, A, it's not true, and B, you know, there's complex issues that underlie it, and you know, they are very often describing the person that they are. So I don't think we even need to go there too much, because I don't want to give my energy to that, which is really interesting, because I feel like that is actually part of the essence of your reading number 1. It's actually, you know, part of the essence is saying, look, don't go there. You don't have to go there. You yourself can be bold in a clear-cut way. Princess of Swords, she's drawing her sword, you know, she's saying, you know, actually, I'm just going to be really clear-cut about this. I understand there are issues, but it doesn't mean that I will breach from my own integrity. What is super lovely here is I'm kind of seeing you seriously coming out on top here. You know, you may even burn some bridges here for some of you. Yeah, you may even burn some of your bridges. You may have reached a point where you just think, actually, I'm not really prepared to either hang out with this person or this group of people. You know, you may literally decide to cut some cords here. You know, they're hard. This is somebody or a group of people who are hard work. The message is very clear. This is going on around you. You're coming out on top. You are intact. There's something really solid inside you now, where you kind of, there's something very magical inside you, where you kind of know that you choose not to live like this anymore. You choose not to be drawn into these things anymore. I'm loving this sense of solidness around you, this Queen of Discs, you know, this real ownership of who you are, you know, hand on your heart, you know who you are. You don't have to buy into this, and you absolutely know it. This real self-mastery here. You know, I see with the poppies as well, you know, this potential letting go of something. And the magic is around you. I'm going to draw some more cards for you, reading number 1, because I do feel you're okay with this. I think you've really got a handle on it. I'm sorry it's happening. You understand that there's stuff going on, you know, this is the way somebody operates, but you're really choosing. You're in a position now where you hold your own strength. It's really good. It's a really good place to be, even though this is going on. It's a really good place for you to be. Let's draw more cards and ask for more information. I'm seeing everything pan out completely okay, reading number 1. You know, you're going to be completely intact here. This is not your problem. The card of the magic stream, you know, I feel, interestingly enough, I feel your own progression through this is actually potentially birthing or bringing something of significant value to you, actually. So I'm curious about these 2 cards. Let's draw from another tarot pack. Okay, may we ask for more information? Particularly, what are these cards about? I feel like there's an outcome coming here, or something else that's going to arrive or move forwards because of what takes place here. So whatever's happening, the shape-shifting, the person behind the mask, it's your clarity and the way you navigate this, which I'm seeing complete success, that moves. Yeah, something is being shifted here, interestingly enough. May we have more information for reading number 1, please? Okay, let us have a look at your cards, reading number 1. So, okay, we have the card of the Magician. We have the card of Temperance. Super nice. Ooh. Let me place this here. I want to make sure we have them right through the middle of the reading. It really feels energetically like this is what we need. 4 of Wands. We have King of Cups. And we have the Hermit. How interesting. Reading number 1. Okay. I do actually think for some of you, you may burn some bridges here. Okay. I'm seeing complete and utter success, transformational success here coming through. You are very able to rise up to a position of celebration here. Your clarity, it's not that you lack emotionality in the way that you handle whatever this is about in the, you know, in the uniqueness of your own world, but the way that you handle this is going to mean that I think you get to be seen as somebody who is very generous of heart and as someone who literally does rise above. It's like rising above something. But I would also say that sometimes when we rise above something, and this is not a negative in any way, shape or form, if you rise above something, if you, let's say you cut your cords and you know somebody who's a bit backstabby or whatever, and you make a clear decision, you navigate something with great success, but afterwards you come away and you kind of think, right, okay, you know, I've drawn the line there. There's actually a process of a process to be gone through when we draw the line with somebody and we kind of potentially walk away from them. You know, there's a cord cut, and we then have to process the fact that we've chosen to do that for higher reasons. It's not a negative. If anything, I think your heart remains intact. You will be seen as somebody who has handled this very generously, because actually you could, you know, be drawn into the emotionality of this. You know, this person is lacking integrity. You know, they lack authenticity and they're not congruent. What they say is not what they do, and what they say to one person is different to what they say to another person. That's the deal here, and you know this. But you make a very clear decision here, or you're certainly being invited to, and I think you kind of know this, it's very clear. So I'm kind of sorry about this, but at the same time, curiously enough, I think it does lead you, what it's leading to, this magic stream, it's like, funnily enough, I think what actually is taking place now is going to, at a later point in our sort of time-space continuum, I think at a later point it will be very beneficial, actually. It's really interesting. There's going to be a point in the future when the choices and the clarity with which you handle this now are going to be of immense value to you. Handling this with integrity, with generosity of spirit, but without backing down, because you're really clear here, you know, drawing the line here that this isn't okay, but actually I can cut cords, I can be very clear, very decisive, and holding the integrity completely. You're coming out of this on top. We have the Four of Wands celebrating bang in the middle here. You're the balanced and reasoned perspective here. You're actually, in many ways, by holding that balanced perspective right here and right now and handling this in this particular manner, means that I do actually think at a later date you will be seen, it's just going to come back to you. There's like a repercussion coming here, that the magic stream is about the stream of life, that events connect up. So this is part of a series of events, and actually it's ultimately going to be a very beneficial one to you, even if you feel like in drawing the line and holding your own or being clear-cut about something, it sets you apart from maybe a group of people or somebody. It's going to pay you in the future, and you are absolutely going to be seen excuse me, as someone, you know, generosity of spirit, kindness, one of those times, you know. And again, temperance, this is so reinforcing this message. The card of temperance in a traditional tarot pack is ruled by the goddess Iris, and Iris was really benevolent. She was kindness personified. You know, she gave to the poor and the needy, and she looked after people who were going through tough times, but she knew who to give to. She never gave to the wrong people. If you messed her about, or you tried to get something out of her by ill means, she would be really hard and fast and, you know, cut that cord straight away. It's like the energy of the goddess Iris understands that kindness sometimes means saying no. You know, when we say yes to, you know, the yes and no partnership, when we say yes to stuff, it's brilliant. But if you say yes to somebody who's being unkind, or you support somebody when they're behaving badly, we're sort of colluding with that. When you say no to something that is unhealthy, you're actually saying yes to life. You're actually being kind, because you're stopping somebody from even potentially being their own worst enemy. So there's something here in this, even though I think your generosity of spirit will be known, even though this kind of slightly sets you apart from a group of people. Do you know, in a funny way, it's completely right. Look at these figures here. They're almost identical here. Look at, I'm just going to pick these up to show you. I mean, just look at this card of success and the Hermit, you know, these identical figures, you know, sitting here in a position of, I think this will create a situation where you command respect. And that respect is going to come back to you 1,000-fold as events continue through into the future. There will be times in the future when what you do now will become of immense benefit and value to you in some way, shape or form. Okay, wow, this is a really powerful reading, reading number one. Super Souls, this is your reading for today, and just to let anybody who is new to my channel know, I do give away a free private reading every month. I'm not able to offer private readings just due to certain circumstances in my own world at the moment that restrict my time, but I do give away a free private reading every month, and a pack of oracle cards and a diary and a journal. It's a subscriber offer, so you would need to be subscribed, and if you want to get a notification of any of my readings, whether it's these ones I post every single Sunday for immediate detailed guidance from spirit right here and right now and for the week ahead, or it's other readings that I do that ask specific questions, all sorts of things that I do, moon updates too. If you subscribe and press the little bell icon, everything should come into your stream. And if you then scroll down through the various links in the information box, I put anything and everything that might be helpful to you in there, and I put them in the comments too. If you scroll down through those links, what you should find is my subscriber email list. If you add yourself to that, once you're on it forever. And then my colleague draws the name out of a hat, and every single month, and I announce the winners in a video here on the Moon Magic YouTube channel. So watch out for that video, check that out when it shows up, because that could be you. So Super Souls, sending you all the love in the world, and yeah, you're going to seriously come out on top. And I'm sorry this is going on, but ironically enough, I think something in this scenario is going to pay dividends later. So, you know, it is what it needs to be. There is a bigger picture involved here. Tons and tons of love. Just sending you the biggest hug ever. Reading number 1. Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to reading 2. Now, this is really interesting. We have the Rune of Disruption and a Gaia and an anchor. There's an anchor point needed in some way, shape or form. Or maybe there is a disruption that is causing... Maybe there is a disruption of some sort happening in your world that is actually going to bring you an anchor point, a different perspective. Really, that is what seems to be coming through. Before we say any more, let's draw more cards for you and see what else we're shown. Okay. We will draw some oracle cards first of all. Okay. Do you know, reading number 2, there's a very, very gentle energy around in this reading, which is really interesting. It's unusual when you have the rune of Hagalaz. I mean, it's the Great Awakener. It's like stuff is going on around you, and yet there is a real gentle feel to this reading. It's quite interesting and slightly unexpected, given the nature of what we have here. Let's see what we are shown here. Okay, well, let's... So first of all, you have the card of Cave, Retreat. We have Blessing of the Kite Dancer. Okay. We have Damiana, the Beloved. Okay, where are we going to place our cards? Let's just put them down here and we'll run them straight along the bottom of your reading, I think. So Cave, Retreat, Blessing of the Kite Dancer, Damiana the Beloved. We then have, here we are. We have the 2 of Fire, and we have the 2 of Fire and the 5 of Earth. Okay. And a balancing act. Okay. Right, I just feel the most profound calm around your reading. It is remarkable. It is remarkable. Given the nature of the cards that we're drawing here. This is really fascinating. So reading number 2. There's absolutely disruption going on around you. And yet despite it, despite the disruption going on around you, gosh, there's something really magical happening bang in the middle of your world as well. It's like collaboration coming together. Look at these partnerships we have here. Card number 11 here, but it could be, I think it's 11 rather than a 2. Damiana, the Beloved. And then we have these 2 people coming here. 2 of Fire. What we have outside of this is your center point here. We have a center point here, an anchor point. Balancing act, Cave. In the Cave card, we see the labyrinth here. you know. Right at the center of your world right now, there is someone who will be helping you, a someone or a somebody. This card is if we look at the astrology here, we have Venus and Mercury. There is somebody here right in the middle of your world, right here and right now, who will support you, who will pair with you, who will collaborate with you, who is prepared to work together with you in unity. This person is prepared to help you remain balanced, even at times of disruption. This person will help you to overcome any difficulties that are presented to you in the immediacy of your world. It's like this person is an anchor point. Now, they may be a friend, they may be a family member, it could be a partnership, an intimate partner, but there is somebody in your world who, right here and right now, amidst disruption, will be an anchor point for you. They will help you to overcome things that are going on in the background that would normally knock you off balance. It's really interesting. It feels like quite a strong spiritual connection here. It's like they are your stillness. They are the person who helps you to be anchored. Now, I will say for some of you, this could be literally your own connection with the divine. It could be because agape is a card where we connect. It's like we see through new eyes. We are connected spiritually to the point where we know that we are supported, guided all of the time. And I'm seeing you jumping over, you know, a hurdle here. Balancing things really, really well. Taking time to retreat, you know, in a spiritual way. But I feel like within that retreat and that balance, it's like whatever obstacles, whatever disruptions are going on in your world, there is a center point of unity either with somebody else or, either with somebody else who is your anchor point or indeed with yourself in some way, shape or form. But there is real, genuine, a really strong level of connectedness and support, even amidst some obstacles and things that you're having to deal with or be, you know, challenges, you know, just life stuff. How fascinating. Let us draw some more cards and see what else we are shown. Okay, your cards are flying out, reading number 2. Okay, so we have the card of the universe. This is rather beautiful. Okay, we have the King of Swords. Ooh, and we have the Two of Cups. 9 of Wands. 5 of Discs. Oh, wow, and then the Queen of Discs. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, reading number 2. So, amidst disruption, there is some kind of disruption around you or interruption or something that hasn't been feeling so good or whatever it is. Amidst all of that, bang in the middle of your world, 2 of Cups. It's love, it's support, it's connection, it's relationship. 9 of Wands, you know, this is, you know, an empowered card here. Right in the middle of a world that is seemingly got some, I just feel there is some kind of shaking up, awakening, disruption, just that, whatever the circumstances of your world, you'll know what that is. You know, sometimes life is just so busy, we feel like our feet don't touch the ground. It could literally be that, but it could also be for some of you something that runs a little bit deeper. You know, we have the Five of Discs. Something gets laid to rest here. Somebody steps in. The energy of someone is around you. Super souls, when you are looking at this reading, if there is not yet someone in your world who is an integral support, I think someone is about to be, you know, in a very immediate way, because they're bringing stuff in. They bring insight, they bring awareness, they bring clarity, straightforwardness, clear thinking to this situation. They are very supportive of you, Queen of Discs here. And they allow you, support you, give you the unity, the partnership you need to navigate some stuff, to jump over some hurdles, overcome some obstacles. And I do think for some of you, literally lay something to rest. There's a little bit of potential connection here to reading number 1 for some of you. So if you've been drawn to both, it may have some relevance, the message in that. More in terms of the circumstances that are creating the disruption, but that won't be for all of you. I'm loving this. I also feel like it's like this person emerges from the shadows. It's like I almost feel like they come out of nowhere. You know, for some of you, this could be somebody very new in your world. For others, it's someone you know and you've never really seen them as an incredible support, and suddenly they step up and there they are. They're the best and most amazing friend, person in the world. They step up. You didn't see them as a support, and yet suddenly, bingo, there they are. Wow, here we are. Look, you know, you're not alone with this. So whatever the disruption, there's something going on around you that is needing to, that's just taking up your time. It could literally just be the busyness. But something can be, something really gets sorted here. And it is sorted out this week. This is a here and now message. And the next 7 days, the coming week, something gets sorted out and attended to with help. That's the point of this reading. You are not alone. Someone comes in to really support you. They bring you the knowledge, the wisdom, the guidance, the strength of mind, the peace of mind, even the passion, the clarity. It's like this is a lovely collaboration. I do feel for some of you, they literally come out of nowhere. But assistance is there, it's real, it's solid. If it's from the divine, literally you'll find that stuff just shows up and falls into place. But for many of you, I do feel that assistance comes in the form of a somebody, a partnership, a connection, whoever that is. But someone stepping up, showing you the way. They become your anchor point. They help you to see things from a different perspective. They help you they bring clarity of mind. They help you to navigate. Maybe if you're juggling lots of things in real practical, physical ways, I think maybe they bring assistance. Let's draw more cards. I mean, I'm feeling this is super lovely for you, reading number 2. Because it feels like quite a hectic week, maybe just because there's a lot going on. But whatever happens, this is the message here. Look, you know, kind of help is on its way. Someone is coming in here to help assist and alleviate the mountain of stuff, the stuff that you're needing to deal with. You literally can sort through things and yeah, lots of things get completed in some way. If there are lots of outstanding pieces of work, excuse me, pieces of work, it's like somebody comes along and in really practical ways, they're like, well, I'll do that bit and I'll do that bit. And suddenly it all starts to, you know, the burden's lifted and somehow, you know, all sorts of things are addressed. May we ask for more information for reading number 2, please? I think this is such a super lovely, supportive reading. And I said to you, there's such a lovely energy around, you know, despite having this rune of disruption and agape, which can, you know, sometimes indicate transformation that's quite significant and therefore can leave us feeling a bit wobbly. And yet there is an anchor here and a calm energy. Here we have Page of Cups. It's like, you know, a dream come true, someone stepping up. This is super lovely. we have the Emperor, someone coming in, leadership qualities, someone who can take charge. You know, this is not a game player, okay? This is someone coming in. This is not a gender specific, but someone coming in who's genuine. They're solid. They're of the world. They're prepared to act. And they bring resources here. This is new energy. Ace of Pentacles. They bring in new energy and they're prepared to invest in you. Okay, whatever this person is and however they are arriving. You move these cards along so we have enough room. You know, this is somebody who's coming in with genuine intent, whether it's friendship or otherwise. And look at this, we have the Two of Swords and then the Five of Wands. I think that they really come in and they are here to help you with, they come in with assistance and they help resolve some kind of a conflict, whatever is going on, whatever craziness, whatever busyness, whatever's taking place in your world, and they are coming in and they will collaborate with you. They'll help you to achieve balance. They'll help you to achieve a balanced perspective, to achieve a balanced way forwards in whatever it is you're navigating that is causing the disruptions. Excuse me, I seem to have a little bit of a croak in my voice today. It's mostly not there, but it seems to be creeping in a little bit every now and then in the readings. My apologies, super souls. But yeah, I'm feeling this is absolutely delightful, reading number 2. Because it does feel a little bit like a dream come true, you know, someone coming in with this offer of support, of help. It, you know, just at that moment when you have perhaps been feeling like you've been doing everything on your own, suddenly there is help, there is assistance. You know, the way is going to be made clear. They're going to like remove some blindfold or some bit of you that, that has been feeling like you're having to handle everything on your own. Yeah, they are an anchor point. I don't think I'm going to say anything more beyond, just if you're new to my readings, just letting you know that I give away a free private reading every month. And I'm not able to offer private readings at the moment. You know, bless you for those of you who have contacted me and asked. I'm not able to offer private readings, but I do give a free reading away every single month, and a pack of oracle cards, and also a diary and a journal as well at the moment. It's a subscriber offer, so if you would like to get notification of all of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. If you then add yourself to my subscriber email list, if you go scroll down through the links, I'll put tons of links in the information box, anything and everything that might be helpful to you, and I'll put these in the comments as well for phone users. Scroll down, find the subscriber email list and add yourself to it. Once you're on it, you are on it forever, and my colleague will draw a name out of the hat, or names, every single month. I announce the winners in a video on YouTube. So when I post that video, it should come into your stream if you are subscribed and you've pressed the little bell icon. Do check that out, because that could be you, and you could have won any of those gifts. It's my way of giving something back to all of you who are a part of this amazing community here on YouTube. Super souls, thank you for joining me. This just excuse me, this just feels magical. It does feel like they just come out of nowhere, or at a point where, you know, they're so, gosh, they're just backing you, and it's super, super lovely, and it's so transformative in such an amazing way. Reading number 2, I'm loving your reading, I really, really am. Don't forget to check out any of the other readings that I do. There are tons of readings that answer specific questions as well. I post several readings a week, and if you check out either the Timeless Readings playlist or indeed the home channel and just look at videos, there are loads of readings that answer specific questions as well, which may be of help to you as well. Super souls, tons of love. Thank you to those of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. Thank you as well to those of you on Patreon who support my work there. Tons of love to you all. Reading number 2, have an amazing week, and I look forward to touching base with you in some of the other readings, and perhaps for next week's weekly guidance from Spirit. Tons of love. Reading number 3, welcome. You have the card of the Mountain. signs, signals, synchronicities, and an anchor point. I feel like there is something from within being shown to you, or something that's underground. It's like something inside the mountain that is a gift. Let's continue. What does Spirit wish to give you as a message right here and right now? This is the card I'm seeing. Right here and right now, and what's happening in the coming week for you. Let us draw more cards. Yeah. I find myself tingling. I don't know how you guys are feeling as you're watching this reading and as we're even drawing the cards, but I feel really, really like there's a real tingling kind of energy around you and around this reading. It feels quite exciting, actually, quite buzzy, actually. Let's see what cards we have for you. Okay, look at that buzzy, and we get insects. Wow. Okay, support, insects, and the butterfly and the dragonfly. This is all about transformation. Okay, in fact, let's just place that down here. Move those cards over for you. We have Harvest Mother watches over me. Okay, look at these colours, all to do with the fire inside as well. Now, we have transformation here. This is Mars and Pluto. These are the planets associated with this card. Jurgon Sasha, transfiguration. It's like the card of the Tower almost. So something is transforming around you. We have Balancing Act and Wishing Well. These are very interesting cards. And then we have Journey. Oh, wow. In fact, actually, Super Souls, I'm going to move these cards along and bring this one down. Let's have all these in your bottom row. This is kind of really underpinning the message that's being given to you right here and right now. Do you know the biggest message, reading number 3, that is really, really coming through for you right here and right now is go with it. Okay, there is something transformative taking place in your world, like an opportunity, a window of opportunity, a doorway being open. Okay, something arriving. Now, it might feel like it turns your world upside down a little bit. You may even wonder how you can incorporate it into your busy life or whatever you are doing. But I feel like it's leading you to something that you really want. It's like it's taking you on a journey. There's definitely an opening, a window of opportunity. I think it's potentially very life transformative. And it's leading you in the direction of something that you really, really, really want. Harvest Mother watches over me. It's like we have this beautiful pregnant sheep here. Something you've wanted to birth. Another butterfly here as well. Something you have wanted to birth, something you've wanted to create. I feel like right here and right now, the message is really clear for you. The first detailed message for now, and we will draw much more cards as well for you, reading number 3, is something's being given to you here. And it's going to be that seed of potential. Okay, it's going to create an opportunity. I'm seeing more than one pathway here. Balancing act as well. Maybe it creates a point of decision for you as well. You know, do you climb up the mountain or do you go into the mountain? You know, this is very interesting as well. Sometimes, you know, this card, the mountain, speaks about climbing the road of success, and that sometimes getting to the top of the mountain, if we're too goal focused and we climb to the top of the mountain rigidly, okay, we miss the fact that the gold really was inside the mountain. It was under the ground. It was anchored into the ground. We needed to go in the mountain to really get the gold, to really get the wish that's come true. There's something that's needing to be either a choice or a decision or something arriving. It's a window of opportunity around you. And you may find yourself presented with, do I do this or do I do that? And the best, it's like the gold may not be at the end of the pathway that you thought it was at. Okay, we need more cards. We definitely need more cards, reading number 3. So let's draw tarot cards, reading number 3, and ask for more information about what's going on. There we go. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords as your first card. We then have the 9 of Wands. These snake skins here, and we have like a kind of like a snake-like plant around this tower. Then we have the card of Strength. We have the King of Swords. Okay. We have the Judgment card. We have the 7 of Discs. Okay. And then we have the 2 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to place that. I'll just place it here for the time being. Balancing acts. Reading number 3. I sort of feel this week there are going to be choices to be made. And there's actually an opportunity being presented to you. It's like a window of opportunity. What I want to say though is it may not come in the shape or form that you were expecting. Okay, it's almost like the opportunity that you thought you wanted might not be the one that might not be the best course of action to follow. That's what I feel the energy is around you. Look within for the answer. Listen to how you feel, rather than just the way you think. Because your strength, interestingly enough, lies in your vulnerability here. It lies in your internal world, not your external world. It's like there's going to be a choice for you. Now that choice may already be around you. We're seeing choices everywhere here. Balancing act. 2 of Wands. The journey, 2 different pathways. I think your message is really, really clear here, reading number 3, and we'll draw more cards as well in just a moment. But your message is really clear. Something is coming here this week. The decision and the choice may already be around you. And I think what's going to happen is it's basically opening up a kind of a different avenue, a different pathway. It actually connects to something that you've really wanted, but it might also throw you. It's like... it might mean that you're sent. It might feel like you're being sent on a detour, or yeah. It's I don't know. It's more conscious than that, though. I think really, it's more that I think that there is an opportunity being given to you. You'll have a choice or a decision to make about something, and literally that it removes you or gives you a different pathway from the one that you thought you were going to take. But I think the different pathway is the one that's going to ultimately bring you the results that you really, really wanted. It's the different pathway that's bringing you it's a different pathway. It's the one that takes you out of the route that if you thought you were climbing the mountain, and suddenly you see a little detour and you think, well, I don't know whether that's really going to help, but you kind of go down that detour and it takes you into the mountain. You find the gold, you get the result. So the result that's coming to you that will bring you something you really wanted is not necessarily the straightforward or the pathway that you thought you were going to follow. I hope I'm being clear with this. It's quite interesting that I'm finding myself almost not so much tongue-tied, but Yeah, there's a tingling and excitement. There's an energy around you of incoming change and transformation, and it's really quite significant change and transformation. What is fascinating is that the road to get there is not the road you thought you were going to take, but it's actually leading you to exactly the thing you wanted. This is one of those weeks, reading number 3. One of those situations when you really do need to listen to your heart rather than your mind. Yeah, listen to your heart rather than your mind. We have the King of Swords here. You know, very clear, very concise energy. But it's really interesting that he's looking away from the Judgment card and the 7 of Discs, the choices here. You know, he's looking back. And the 9 of Wands, she's looking forwards, and in the middle we have the card of Strength, which again is about balance. It's about knowing that your strength comes from your vulnerability. You know, strength comes from our honesty, our integrity about something. This is definitely a time to lean on your emotions and follow your heart rather than necessarily the logical, goal-orientated way, because you could miss an opportunity. So I also want to say to some of you this week that if for some reason there is any form of disruption, or you're taken on a different route to the one that you thought you were going to take, trust that you are going to be shown exactly the right way forward. You know, I don't think we're not getting lots of disruptive energy in this reading. It doesn't feel disruptive. It feels much more much more grounded, anchored. It's got a tingliness around it. There's opportunity around. Opportunity, choices for you. It's just simply that the message coming through really, really clearly is that the choice may not be, the road to take may not be the one that you thought you were going to take. I do feel like there could be a journey or a disruption or a something else that happens along the way here. And you could easily sort of sink into a zone of thinking, oh, you know, a bit like when we're in the Mercury retrograde kind of energy that we get astrologically, and we sink into a place and we think, oh no, you know, this is not what I thought I was going to do. But actually you're being supported, you're being shown the way. You know, if we get an interruption or a diversion, the purpose of it is actually sometimes to slow us down, to move us away from our goal-centric human perspective, to get us to engage emotionally with presence in life. There is a hidden gem that is actually being offered to you. This is just really clear. Now, in this reading number 3, a hidden gem is being offered to you. Something that is going to be very life transformative, but it's not immediately obvious on the surface, and it's not what you thought you were going for, or it's not on the route that you thought you were taking. It's somewhere else. It's different. The signs, the signals, the synchronicities. This is one of those times when Spirit is saying to you, look, trust. You know, trust that if an alternative route is being given to you, or a different doorway is being opened, and this is really worth checking it out, and listen to your inner feelings rather than trying to remain on a fixed pathway, because actually the fixed pathway ultimately could steer you in on such a straight pathway that you miss some golden nugget along the way. Let's draw some more cards to see what the outcome might be as this either progresses, or what this is about for reading number 3. Okay. Okay, so we have Queen of Swords. Oh, look, we have the Tower as well. I mean, this was like the card of the Tower. So Queen of Swords, we have the Tower card. This is very, very interesting. I mean, wow, just look at these cards, reading number 3. So Queen of Swords, this is this is steering you in a new direction, and it's life-changing, you know. We then have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Wheel, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Reading number 3, whatever this golden opportunity, this nugget, this window of opportunity that's coming unexpectedly, it's really going to lead you on a pathway of success. We're seeing that pathway of success. I mean, look at this, the Nine of Pentacles. And very quickly, what I'm seeing is quick results, okay? So it might feel like, yeah, I just want to say this would be, I think your spirit team are really saying to you this week, kind of if someone says, you know, do you want to do this? And you thought, no, I was going to stay in and I was going to do that, or whatever your previous approach, take the different approach, because something's being given to you that is life transformative. Absolutely an opportunity here. Yeah, there is something really magical. I get that feeling of tingliness around it. And look at the success. It is like a pathway of success here. The wheel turning, the pathway ahead. Success, validation, acknowledgement, recognition. But it is a slightly new direction for you. So if something rocks up in your world that takes you on a new and different pathway, or there is a different suggestion, it's like if you were writing a book and a story and you were very fixed on your plot, and then suddenly something happens randomly and you think, oh, I could integrate that into my story, but you know, that would take the story in a whole new direction. Take it in a whole new direction. It's that sort of, because that's actually leading you to that pathway of success and the outcome, that there's something, whatever this will be, in the uniqueness of your world, there is a hidden gem awakening that is going to lead you to success, but it is not coming in the shape or form that you were expecting, and it is not coming in the it's not wearing the coat that you thought it was going to wear. It's not down the road that you thought you were going to drive down. It's not in the direction that you thought you were going in this week, but it's there. And it may even be something that's beneath the surface. You know, you don't have to climb to the top of that mountain. Halfway up, there's like a little crevice and an opening, and you just look in that cave and the very thing you needed is there. Transformation, life-changing transformation. We're seeing radical transformation here, which could also cause hesitancy if you are feeling like you want to stay on the course you're on because that feels safer. You know, Eight of Swords, we often over-worry about things unnecessarily. This feels very liberating, very exciting. It's like I'm tingling with possibility. Yes, something is to be birthed here, and you're being given a nugget, a seed of something through a different avenue. So I'm just going to say, yeah, take the different road, try the different restaurant, read the different book, write the different book, whatever it is, whatever it is, and however it comes. It's we're seeing choices in your reading. And the messages are very clear for you. The message of success, the road to success in your choices, is not the one that you might traditionally have thought you would take. It's very clear. Super Souls, reading number 3. It's awesome to read for you. I'm really excited, though I can sort of feel the sort of like slightly nervousness about doing something that was kind of not where you thought you were going. But wow, I mean, just seriously, wow. This is something opening up for you, magically transformational. Butterflies, dragonflies, beautiful. Really interesting, isn't it? Even in this card, what do we have here? You know, butterflies and dragonflies here, with these pathways. So, Super Souls, I give away a free private reading every month, and if you're new to my channel, you will not know about this. I'm not able to offer private readings at the moment. Just my own circumstances around me don't accommodate the time for that. But I do give away a free private reading every single month, as well as a pack of oracle cards and a diary and a journal at the moment too. It is a subscriber offer. If you want to be in that monthly prize draw, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, you should also then get notification of any of my readings as soon as I post them. And then if you scroll down through the comments or the information box, there is an email list. It's a subscriber email list. Once you're on that, my colleague will then draw those names from the hat every month. I announce the winners in a video here on YouTube, on the Moon Magic Tarot channel. So watch out for that. You know, it's just a few minutes long, that video, but I announce the winners, and it could be you if you're on that list. So do check that out. I put tons of links in the comments and information box, anything and everything that might be relevant or helpful to you. So do scroll down, check everything out. Reading number 3. This is significantly big in terms of where it's taking you in terms of success and prosperity, whatever this is about for you. So, you know, it really is. There's a golden nugget of opportunity coming your way, but it's not the path that you expected. Tons and tons of love. Do keep us posted. Thank you all of you for your comments. All the comments here are previewed now, just because there's been so much scamming of tarot channels that, you know, Moon Magic Tarot is not alone. A ton of people have had scammers and impersonators, so we actually review the comments before we let them through, and it means we can take out those comments that are inappropriate. So it's really, really worth doing. It gives protection around you all and around this beautiful community that we're building. But thank you for your comments. So, you know, do comment. If you don't see it showing up straight away, that's why. And thank you for your comments. Thank you to those of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments, and thank you all of you as well who follow me and support me and all of the work that I do through Patreon. You are really, really appreciated. Super souls, tons and tons and tons of love.